Hello again, busy bees and mighty ducks. It's story time for today, and our story today is the Gingerbread Cowboy. As I said the other day, I was going to read you a different version of the story of a gingerbread cookie. Today's story has different characters. It takes place in a different setting, has a different author, has different words. So I'm excited to read it to you. The author of our story is Janet Squires. She wrote the words to this version, and it was illustrated by Holly Berry. That's the person who drew the pictures. Take a peek at the cover. I already told you the title, The Gingerbread Cowboy. Where does it take place? A dry place where it's very hot. Cactuses are growing. It's the desert. Yeah. And if you're into geography, there are some desert type places in our country, United States of America, out in the Southwest, like in Arizona, Nevada, maybe Utah. If you're interested in that, you can have your parents pull up a map of the United States and then kind of show you where that is. It'd be kind of cool to look at. But this is the Gingerbread Cowboy. Let's find out what happens. I see a bowl and a mixing spoon. Sometimes, if you look at the pictures at the beginning of the book, sometimes you'll see something that might foreshadow what happens. Kind of gives you a peek into what might happen in the story. I love to look and kind of guess. I see a rolling pin and some dough and a hat. Once upon a time. This story starts out just like the other one. Once upon a time in the wild, wild west, there lived a rancher and his wife. Every morning, just as the sun was coming up, the rancher saddled his horses and fed the cattle while his wife baked biscuits. Biscuits with butter, biscuits with honey, biscuits with jelly. Yes, those breakfast biscuits were plump as pillows, soft as clouds, and tasty as big Texas barbecue. Those sound good. I know I have a friend in the Busy Bees class whose family is from Texas, so I bet you could attest to the fact that that Texas barbecue tastes pretty good. Then one day, just as the sun was coming up, the rancher's wife decided she was tired of making biscuits. She makes them every day. So she measured and mixed, and she made gingerbread dough. She rolled that dough flat and cut out the shape of a boy. See, she didn't use a cookie cutter. She actually used a knife to cut that shape out. Not just any boy. He had boots on his feet, he had a hat on his head, and he had a big belt buckle made of spun sugar. He was a gingerbread cowboy. She took raisins and candies and nuts and gave him 2 bright eyes, a laughing mouth, and a cowboy vest with fringe, and she put him in the oven to bake. I sure am hungry for biscuits, said the rancher, leaning over and sniffing the rodeo-romping good smell coming out of the oven. He opened the door for a peek. He just wanted to get a little glimpse. And as quick as the flick of a cow pony's tail, out jumped the gingerbread cowboy, and he ran out the door as fast as his boots could carry him. Look at those faces. Surprised. Just like the little old man and the little old lady. Surprised. I mean, what would you think if you made a cookie and when you took a peek and you slowly opened the door, the cookie ran across the floor? You think you might be surprised? Or even, I would probably be a little scared. "Whoa!" shouted the rancher. "Come back!" cried his wife. But the gingerbread cowboy just laughed and said, giddy up as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." He jumped over a horned lizard, gobbling up ants, and raced away as fast as his boots could carry him. Look, down there, the rancher and his wife. Wow, he went all the way up. Until he came to a road runner. That's that bird there. "I was about to have lizard for breakfast," said the road runner, "but I think I'll eat you instead." The gingerbread cowboy just laughed and said, giddy up as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." He wriggled through the coral fence and raced away as fast as his boots could carry him. So that bird did not catch him. Until he came to a band of javelinas munching on cactus pads. "Gingerbread," they shouted. "Yeehaw!" Now javelinas, they almost look like pigs, but they live out in the desert. I would show you a picture, but maybe you can look one up on the iPad later. That would be something good to look up. And then they have very special mouths that allow them to eat cactus. If we ate cactus, it would cut our mouth up. But it's okay for javelinas to eat those cactus. The gingerbread cowboy just laughed and he said, giddy up as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." He galloped past a big prickly cactus and raced away as fast as his boots could carry him. There he is. Until he came to a field, a herd of long-horned cattle. Lots of the cattle together, that's a herd. They were grazing in a field. "No more grass for us," they all cried. "We want gingerbread." But the gingerbread cowboy just laughed and said, giddy up as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." He ducked between their legs and raced away as fast as his boots could carry him. Look at that, there he is. Oh, so fast. Until he met some hungry cowboys riding the range. The cowboys yelled, "Stampede!" They wanted gingerbread too. The gingerbread cowboy just laughed and said, giddy up as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." He turned down a canyon and he raced away as fast as his boots could carry him. I wonder if you can see him in this canyon. It's kind of hard. If you want to pause the video and try and find him, I'll give you a second to look. He raced. Look at him. You can kind of see this guy's looking down the canyon. There he is. If you found him, good for you. Great job. Until he met a sleeping. It's not a fox. Remember, we're in the desert. It's a coyote napping in the sun. But before I read about this coyote, I want you to look at him. He's got one eye open. That kind of tells us something about him. Anytime a character has one eye open, it kind of means they're always on the lookout. Now, the gingerbread cowboy was feeling mighty pleased with himself. "I've run from the rancher and his wife, the road runner, the javelinas, the longhorn cattle, and the cowboys," he bragged. "Ooh, and I can run away from you too." So he did all those things and he was really showing off to that coyote because he thinks he's better than the coyote. Bragging is not actually a very nice thing to do. The coyote smiled. "I don't want to chase you," he said, "but I can hear those folks coming fast and there's a river just ahead. Hop on my tail. I'll take you across." Now, some of you might be wondering about the fact that there's a river in the desert, and there are sometimes. They're rare, but sometimes there are bodies of water in a desert. I can't let them touch me now, cried the gingerbread cowboy. So he hopped on the coyote's tail. What would happen if that gingerbread cowboy got in the river? What if he got in that water? Do you know what happens to a cookie when it gets wet? It gets soft. It might crumble and dissolve. And when it dissolves, it goes away, disappears. And so he does not want to get in that water. That would be bad for the gingerbread cowboy. The coyote splashed into the river and began to swim. It rained last night and the river is deep. You'd better get on my back, said the coyote. Boys and girls, do you think that is a very good idea? I mean, think about it. Do you believe the coyote? Well, the gingerbread cowboy climbed onto the coyote's back. By now, the cowboys, the longhorns, the javelinas, the roadrunner, the rancher, and his wife had arrived at the edge of the river. The rancher's wife took out her lariat and swung a loop out toward the gingerbread cowboy. See, that's that rope, and at the end of it, she's going to try to catch that cowboy. She wants to catch him, remember? She baked him so carefully. She cut him out. She decorated him. She wanted to eat something besides biscuits for breakfast. She really wants that gingerbread cowboy. Quick, stand on my nose, said the coyote. So the gingerbread cowboy jumped up onto the coyote's nose. Ha ha ha, said the gingerbread cowboy. As the lasso fell short, they missed. Oh man, I bet she's feeling awfully disappointed right now. She wanted to catch that gingerbread cowboy. She wanted to eat him, but she didn't. She missed. She didn't get to eat him. And he said, once again, he said, ha ha ha, they missed. But I won't, said the coyote. Ah! He tossed that gingerbread cowboy into the air like a flapjack on a griddle and swallowed him in one gulp. Boys and girls, what did he do? That sneaky coyote, another word we could use though, smart. He outsmarted the gingerbread cowboy, and he got to eat him. And that was the end of the gingerbread cowboy. But you see what they're doing? They're making more. Now they can make enough so that everybody has a gingerbread cowboy. Let me ask you a question though. What would you have done if you were the gingerbread cowboy and you reached the river? Would you have gotten on the coyote's back? I mean, did the gingerbread cowboy have another choice? What could he have done? If he jumped in the river, he would have crumbled and gotten soft and dissolved. So he really didn't have another choice, did he? And if you're the farmer or the rancher and his wife now, what would you do when you're making your cookie? You don't want him to run away. You're going to be a little more careful than they were if that was you making the cookies? I know I would. I hope you guys enjoyed our story today. I wonder, which one did you like better? Did you like the gingerbread cowboy, or did you like the gingerbread man the best? Send me or Miss Abby a message and let us know. We'd love to hear your opinion about these stories. Did you like them? Were they a little scary? Were they exciting? All right, boys and girls, have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.